One of Leonardo da Vinci's most famous yet most fragile works of art, his self-portrait, is about to go on public display for the first time in years. The 1515 drawing suffers from a chemical-physical phenomenon known as foxing, which has blurred and even erased some of the red chalk lines. Normally it's kept in the Royal Library of Turin, but is not accessible to visitors. But a special display case has been designed, a so-called climber box, which will preserve the drawing, yet allow it to be displayed too. The system's innovative. Each case has its own monitoring system, which allows you to check the situation. Now we can even do it in real time, and to ensure the preservation of all these works. The box was built in Venice by exhibition company Hot Art. It has a shatterproof, extra clear glass front, so the extraordinary details of Da Vinci's drawing can be seen. The sides of the box contain silica salts to absorb any humidity. And a wireless sensor at the base of the box ensures 24-hour monitoring of the temperature and relative humidity, sending all the data to a central control unit. This information can be accessed anywhere and at any time, and the environmental conditions inside and outside the box can also be checked. For example, at the moment we can see a temperature of 19 degrees where the self-portrait is stored, the relative humidity and a record of the data collected in the last 24 hours. So you can already evaluate from these data whether there have been fluctuations or problems. If the levels are exceeded, the system sends an SMS or email to a dedicated person to receive this alarm. In this way you can activate the whole chain of backup, which can take the necessary measures before these conditions reach situations of risk and damage the works on exhibition. After the exhibition in Venaria to mark 150 years of Italian unification, the self-portrait will remain in the climber box. That means further study of the picture will be easier. If no one has ever doubted that the drawing was made by Leonardo da Vinci, some experts over the centuries have challenged the view it is indeed a portrait of him. But scientific studies linked to this exhibition have further confirmed it is the face of the genius. For example, the investigations have shown in a clearer way writing on the underneath of the paper saying portrait of himself very old. A frequent criticism is the drawing depicts a man of a greater age than Leonardo himself achieved. He died aged 67. From the chronicles, it's known in the last years of his life he had a real meltdown. He had a stroke that paralyzed his right hand. Of course, he drew with his left hand, but that impairment must have affected him. The exhibition at the Royal Palace of Venaria, curated by the Academy Award winner Dante Ferretti, has a section dedicated to Leonardo's influence on contemporary art. A myth that's endured more than 5 centuries. What's the secret of Leonardo? That is Leonardo, this extraordinary man who was great at everything. In painting, in his writings, full of ideas. It's believed he wrote around 10,000 pages. He represents the complete man who knows everything about everything, who invented everything, and sent us this message. A man who comes out of the Middle Ages and projects himself on the modern age.
Un uomo che esce dal Medioevo e si proietta sull'età moderna.